na 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 na.
Hi guys, I'm back with part 2 of your questions answered. Okay, I made the other video last week, but I'm having problems uploading it, so I'm just gonna keep making the videos until I work out what's wrong with my YouTube account, I guess. Okay guys, so once again I just want to say that I'm going to be answering these questions based on my own personal experience. I am not a dermatologist, cosmetologist or beautician or whatever, okay? So if I mention something that you're interested in, please take the time to do your own research before you go ahead and try it. The first question is, what unique steps have you taken and or what products do you use to keep your hair strong and unnecessarily minimize breakage, I think, or minimize unnecessary breakage. I think that's what it's meant to say. Also, how often, i.e. vitamins, protein treatments, henna, and other strengthening treatments. Okay, so first off, I wouldn't necessarily class these as unique steps. I don't actually think that I do take any unique steps when it comes to my hair care or anything like that. I used to henna my hair quite often. I haven't stopped, like, per se, I haven't stopped hennaing my hair, but I haven't hennaed my hair since last year. I do monthly or bi-monthly treatments. I do treatments all the time, but like my hair smoothie, I do that like once a month. I haven't actually done that in like 2 months, so it's due. So I'm going to do that and actually show you guys how I apply it and what my hair looks like after I've used it. Yeah, I don't know guys, this is a hard one, okay? Vitamins, I don't take vitamins necessarily for hair growth, so I don't take like specific vitamins targeted at growing my hair, but I do take vitamins. I take multivitamins, supplements. I've been taking supplements since I was a child, okay? So I went from Chewy Vits to adult vitamins, okay? So this is the vitamins I take. Okay, I take Well Woman just for overall well-being. Yeah, so yeah, I don't take any steps that I would class as unique in terms of looking after my hair. But what I do make a conscious effort to do is I handle my hair with great care, okay? Because the large amount of breakage that usually we experience or have is due to yourself, your fingers, your manipulation, your constant combing, playing. So I only comb my hair once a week, okay? That's when I detangle it. Other than that, I use my fingers to do most things to my hair, and I try not to do something to my hair every single day. And that's really about it. That's really about it. Just, you know, as long as you're just looking after your hair and you're maintaining moisture within your hair, that's the biggest thing when it comes to our hair type, okay? Because it's prone to dryness. It's prone to dryness. So if your hair's dry and you're handling it whilst it's dry and manipulating it, you're gonna experience breakage. But if your hair is, you know, moisturized, if you keep it moisturized, then you're pretty much good to go. That's how I feel. So okay, next question. Next question actually is how do you keep your hair moisturized? I moisturize my hair daily. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm letting the community down. Sometimes I do not moisturize my hair because sometimes I don't feel like it needs it. but the majority of the time I moisturize my hair daily, okay, and I spritz my hair with water, or a water and oil mix, or an actual liquid leave-in conditioner like my Aussie or Infusium. Infusium 23, the original formula, or my Aussie Moist leave-in, or yeah, like I said, a water and oil mix, a water, oil or glycerin mix, a water, oil and conditioner mix. It just depends on what I have to hand. But because I moisturize with my shea butter, and it's not water based, so of course I feel like it works best if I spritz my hair with some form of water before I add my shea butter to my hair. I feel like it works best. Now, if you use a water-based moisturizer, okay, so if water is the first ingredient in your moisturizer, then you're pretty much good to go. You put it in your hair and then you seal it with an oil. But because the shea butter mix is more on the sealant side, okay, it's a moisturizer, but it's sealant, okay, as well, okay. So I do spritz my hair before I use my shea butter because I feel like it works best. Plus, water is like the best moisturizer for your hair. Literally, no matter how desert dry my hair feels, if I spray some water on it, it just springs to life, okay? So that's a good tip for you guys. If you use a water-based moisturizer, you seal it. If you don't use a water, if your moisturizer is not water-based, okay, so if you use your own shea mix or whatever, it's always good to mist your hair first, or dampen your hair first, or whatever you like, before you add it, and that way you're just locking the moisture in. It has no way of leaving your hair, and your hair just stays lovely and moist and bouncy. I noticed, you know, us naturals, we like our bounce in our hair, so keep your hair moisturized. What do you do to your hair at night? At night, depending on what hairstyle I have, is how I wrap my hair, okay? So if I have like a braid out, I usually just like toss my hair up, okay, just like toss all my hair up and then just put my scarf around it, tie it, and put a bonnet on. When I do my twist and curls, or when I did it on my transitioning hair, I would pineapple. But now I don't know how I would do that anymore because I haven't done it on my natural hair yet, so I have to see. And now that I am natural, I noticed that when I do the pineapple method, the back, okay, the perimeter of my hair gets too stretched as opposed to the middle, and then it just looks really weird. So I don't know if it's my length. Maybe I'm not at the length to pineapple and be okay. So yeah, I need to work that one out. But you know, when I had my wash and goes and stuff, all I did is just pull my hair to the top with my hand, just smooth my hair or whatever, and then put my scarf on, tie it at the front, and then throw my bonnet on, and that was it. So that's what I do to my hair at night. I do moisturize my hair at night. I will spritz it with water, like I said. Sometimes I'll just spritz it with water and then put some coconut oil in it, or I'll spritz it and use my shea butter. It just depends. But yeah. What tip do you have for retaining length? Okay. I would have to say, leave your hair alone. If you leave your hair alone, okay, you will see your length. Okay, if you leave your hair alone, you will see your length, you have less breakage, and the length is more evident. Whereas if you don't, thanks Mom. Okay. Whereas if you're constantly, like I said, manipulating your hair, playing with your hair, you're more likely to experience breakage. But just leave your hair alone, guys, okay? I know when you start your journey and you're watching all these 1,000,001 YouTube videos and you're on all these forums and you want to try everything, okay? You have like 20 different oils sitting in your cabinet right now. You have, you've tried 1,000,001 this and that and I've never did that, purely because I was just cheap, okay? And I was like, I'm not going to be buying like all them oils. But yeah, you don't need all of that, guys. Seriously, like the only oils that I use right now, okay, are my coconut and my olive oil. You know, and then if one of those runs out and I pop to the shop, I might pick up a castor oil or a jojoba oil. But you don't need to have every single oil sitting in your cabinet. What's it doing? Like, it's just sitting in your cabinet. Most of these oils do the same thing to your hair, okay? Once you find oils that your hair likes, just stick to them. Yeah, you don't need to, just don't leave your hair alone. Like I'm telling you guys, okay, as long as you wash your hair, you keep your scalp clean, okay, you keep your hair clean, cleanse your hair, okay, like condition it, make sure it's well conditioned, okay. You know, a good moisturized hair starts with a good deep conditioned hair, okay. If your hair is conditioned, then you know you will retain moisture better throughout the week until your next wash day. Okay, so just keep your hair moisturized and put it in a protective style. Okay, you can wear your hair out. Okay, things like, I think twist outs can be classed as a protective style. Okay, I think so. I know like wet sets, okay, roller sets and all those different types of wet sets can be classed as protective styles because you're not having to manipulate them on a daily basis. Okay, so you're not having to go every day to comb them and stuff like that. So it's low manipulation. All of that, it just counts. Just so be so simple. I'm telling you guys, you don't have to try everything underneath the sun to grow your hair. Just leave it, okay? Keep your scalp clean, keep it moisturized, and let it be. Let it fly, let it flow, let it mold, let it be. A question I thought was quite funny is, how long does the growing process take? If I knew the answer to that question, I would be pretty rich right now, okay, because I would have formulated something to excel it and propel it and whatever. But everybody's hair grows at the specific rate, okay, and I'm pretty sure it's determined by your genes. You can argue, but you know, it's an individual thing, okay? It's individual to each person. So my growth rate and your growth rate might be completely different. In fact, your growth rate might be faster than mine, but because I leave my hair alone and I care for my hair in a certain way and I'm gentle with my hair, I'm retaining the little bit of length that I have each time. Each month I'm retaining that length, so mine is visible. And although your hair grows faster because you're constantly doing something to it, you don't get to see that. Okay, so you know, everybody's growth rate is different, and I know there's all this stuff on the market to help your hair grow faster and this and that. Nothing actually makes your hair grow faster, okay? So you know, there are things to stimulate hair growth, and when I say stimulate hair growth, okay, so if your hair naturally grows at, let's say, 1 inch a month, whoo, I wish. If your hair naturally grows at 1 inch a month, okay, there are factors that can make that growth stagnant, okay, or slow it down. There's like stress, poor diet, all these things can kind of slow your natural hair growth down, so your hair's not growing how it should be, okay, at the rate that it should be. Now, when you're using topical stuff, you know, like, you know, castor oil, stuff like castor oil, essential oils, stuff like that, that stimulate hair growth, they stimulate blood, okay, around your scalp and things like that. It helps, okay, to bring your natural growth rate back into motion, okay. Even all these vitamins that you take and stuff, the vitamins, they're not excelling your hair growth, okay. Your hair's still growing at the rate that it's supposed to. It's just that there's less obstacles, so it's kind of back on track, okay. So sometimes, you know, hair growth might skid off a little bit, but you know, there are things that you can do to bring it back on track, but there's nothing that you can do that's gonna like put your hair growth on high speed. There isn't. And if there was, there'd be someone who's really, really rich, but there isn't, okay. There's no answer to it. That's about it, okay guys. I think that's it. All I have left now is the transitioning video to make, so your transitioning questions, and then I'm going to be banging out the requests, the tutorials, banging them out, banging them out, banging them out. Okay.